Hey, welcome to my third Scipio rant. This comes at a perfect time. You see, Halo 4 just came out this week, which has legions of its own fans. Next week, after this video is posted, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and its legion of fans will no doubt drive the sales up. Which brings the ultimate question yet back at bay. If there's one thing that I hate more than a Xana attack, a Justin Bieber concert, or Michael Cole speaking in any language, it's fanboyism. What exactly is fanboyism? Well, let me pseudo urban dictionary it for you. Fanboyism is the art of which a person or a particular group of people show a loyalty to a product or business so much that they exclude themselves from any other product in the competing industry. Translated for simpletons, that is brand loyalty at its core. Video games and brand loyalty go about as far back as, well, Adam and Eve. Essentially, from the get-go, people have picked and chose their favorite brands at nauseum, whether it be Atari over Coleco or in television, or any other brand for that matter. Nintendo over Sega. Hell, I was once a Nintendo and a Sony proud supporter. Mind you, I did not use the term fanboy. Fanboy thinks that their game or system and or service is the greatest thing on God's green earth with nobody beating it. Oh, and you know who Fanboy is. Fanboy is the guy that goes at every midnight launch and can't wait to go on a IGN message board and start talking about how great the game is as the other guys on the message boards call him an idiot and a moron and starts up the flame wars. Flame wars are essentially due to fanboyism. You see, we have a academic in today's video game atmosphere where we can't be supportive of everything. We have to literally choose sides in our conflicts, whether we're a Sony guy or a Xbox guy, whether we're a Call of Duty guy or a Battlefield guy or a Halo guy over an Unreal. There's always some battle we have to fight for the greater good of our sanity. This drives me crazy. How crazy? I'm gonna go jump out the nearest window the next time anybody calls me a fanboy. The one game that I get accused of this the most among my own friends list is Call of Duty. After all, I have bought the last 7 of them, and that is including Black Ops number 2 that I have pre-ordered and set for. But I'm not necessarily a fan of Call of Duty as far as I can throw it. See, at the same collection of 123 games, I also have the entire Halo collection. Battlefield 3, the entire Gears of War set, among other shooters in the same genre. BioShock, among others. You see, I am not particularly a fanboy of Call of Duty. What I reward is consistency on a very high level. That is what Call of Duty has done, whether you like the game or you don't. It's always been consistently given what you got. Whether that's good is in the eye of the beholder. But for most people that have bought the previous games year in and year out, it's a consistency play. First off, and second off, fanboyism just shows a lack of education. Yeah, I know most people watching this video or will watch this video haven't graduated high school yet and show a lack of educational intelligence that liken themselves sometimes to a llama, but I digress. Fanboyism equals stupidity at the highest possible level of congruence. This is mind-numbing, especially after going through all the message boards I do every time that there's a Call of Duty article up, or any article for that matter. Everybody's in constant competing to see if their take is the right take. News flash, people that complain on message boards all day, whether you're on the side of the most selling game or not, you all are idiots. When when did this cultural divide begin where gamers literally stop being gamers and have to start flying flags like we're in the Civil War or something? We should all be glorified by the fact that Halo and Call of Duty are two of the biggest entertainment franchises in the world. That video games are $1 billion business, eclipsing that of movies and TV shows almost to a 3-to-1 margin. How big name directors, music producers, and even music artists themselves are spending big money and big time working on video games. You see, this wasn't something we talked about 20 years ago when video games was a bunch of bleeps and bloops in a hobby medium. See, games like Call of Duty and Halo, no matter what side of the argument of what game you're a fan of, created this atmosphere where video games are starting to get more respect than that of its movie brethren. Hell, Sony, a company privatized on music and movies for decades, has spundled most of their money, at least 70%, in a video game brand. Mind you, it hasn't gotten them anywhere, but they still did it. None of this could have been talked about 20 years ago. So, why all the fanboyism? Why all the hate going into yet another Call of Duty that is on pace to sell maybe 9 million in its first day? That's not only good for the Call of Duty Legions, that's good for gaming as a whole. Movies don't push in that kind of numbers. We should all be celebrating the fact that Halo has returned to its former glory and that Call of Duty is about to follow suit with another nuclear bomb, let alone the great games we've gotten all year: Mass Effect 3, Borderlands 2, Assassin's Creed 3, WWE 13, the list goes on and on. See, video games are at the peak of their collective power. Much like I said back in the last video rant, in which I ripped G4 a new ass for, well, not being G4 anymore. But But Lord knows this is an even more hot button topic with an even stupider solution. I hate to sound like a politician, but we need to look at each other at the other sides of the aisle and come to a common compromise. Whether we like each other's games is not the issue. Whether we like games is the issue. And whether you're a fan of Halo, Call of Duty, or anything, the love of games should be first and foremost above the rapport. That is why my collection, to be specific, is so diverse in its library of different game types, different game brands, and different game franchises. Because I, like most people from the 80s, are a lover of games as a whole. This is not a statement on the industry running out of ideas. Lord knows that's another topic for another show. But this is a statement on how Neanderthal-like fans have gotten in their blind loyalty towards a franchise that makes money. And it's that kind of blind, stupid loyalty why series like Resident Evil and why anything the PlayStation seems to chug out can be less than glorious and less than worthy of the gratification, and why even some series that do deserve a little fanboyism like Madden, because it's the only game around, can release low quality games every year. It's because we allow the fanboyism to cloud judgment. Never let your love for a game or a series or a TV show or anything cloud your judgment in any manner. And yet, when it comes to games like Halo, Call of Duty, hell, pick your game. Hell, even guys that are fans of Bayonetta won't support Bayonetta 2 because it's not a multi-platform game. The idea is to support Bayonetta 2 because it's a very fun, energetic, new IP as a game. Not worry about what console it's going to be on every 5 minutes. And you wonder why a new IP in this video game atmosphere can't take off. It's because of us being Neanderthals and stupid all the time and not thinking about the greater good of the industry. Lord knows I usually don't come out angry in these videos, but as you can see, the whole topic of fanboyism drives me to an amount of anger that I need to find Jeremy Belpon, punch him in the face, or maybe just go find some hentai porn to watch. I don't know which is which, but something that can make me happy. This has been another Scipio rant. I am Leocoline59. Enjoy the new logo at the bottom and please comment. Live life by the code.